Well, hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. I do hope you are doing well. Let's get to it. Now then, I haven't really done all that much according to building. The thing is, I just need to add a bunch of lights in order to get everything looking much better on the inside. I don't know what's going on here with my power grid. Seems like it's lower than what it should be, even though over this side it does show correct. But nonetheless, I'm not going to be too bothered with that. We do have to come and unlock the last bit of our hub progress. It's going to be the Blueprints Mark III and Peak Efficiency. I think I'm going to do this one first. It's going to allow us to get Visconium fuel rods and Visconium. Hopefully that might help out a little bit in order to try and get some power sorted out. But I do think we're nearing the end of this, so today we're just going to be going around the world and taking a look at all of the different buildings that we have and do the hub unlocks and get that fully completed. So then I think the best place to start is going to be at the back by our very first coal power generator plant that we had, and then we'll just go over all of the production that we have got going in the world. And then here we go, our very first coal power plant that we made. We got our two little tractors coming over this side, just bringing in the coal into these two truck stations. And then we got a couple of generators around here on the inside. What the hell is going on with my guy's arm? So weird, sometimes you have to crouch in order to get him to just keep his hand in the right place. So we got a total of, let's take a look here. Going to be 12 generators over that side and another 12 over here, so that's going to give us 24 in total, and it seems like everything is running absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I don't see anything getting short on any material coming in. Let's just go over this side. Yeah, that is the very first power plant that we made. Can't believe that thing is still running absolutely correct. And then we still have another two coal power plants, as well as the fuel generator and the nuclear power plant supplying everything, which has not been bad at all. But I do think that power is going to be an issue quite soon again if we take a look at the amount of power that we're using. So we got 3 of the constructors over here producing our concrete. 2 Somers loops or 1 Somers loop in each of them with a ×2 multiplier, and then just a couple of power shards in each of the machines in order to ensure that the production rate doesn't run out. Got my little explorer over this side. I'm still looking for some Somers loops and some of those Mercer spheres. Let's just go down a little bit. So like I mentioned, I still have to add a bunch of lights into the buildings. But we got our smelters here at the back for our copper production. And that is allowing us to have 3 machines doing copper sheets. And the rest of these are only focused on doing our wire production. In order to do cable with another 3 constructors. And then I think we got 4 doing all of the copper sheets. I don't have any other buildings that's producing the same material. So everything running in the world runs from these machines. Then over this side we got our modular frames, rotors and reinforced iron plates. And then let's just go all the way back here. We've got 2 separate sections for our iron production in order to do everything that we might need here. And it's going to be our screws, steel plates and rods over this side as well as over here. I think the one on the left side is only to produce enough reinforced iron plates that we need. Because if we take a look over this side, there's going to be 2 machines doing modular frames, another 2 doing rotor, or 3 of them doing rotor. I think it's 1 of them doing rotor and then 2 doing our reinforced iron plate that we might need, giving us 10 rotors per minute over this side. I think I took out the Somers loop I had there. But nonetheless, that's going to be modular frames, rotors and our reinforced iron plate with normal iron plate, iron rod and then screws as well. Let's go and take a look down here first. Still got so much to do with the space elevator. That reminds me, I think this thing should be nearly full. Let me just come and grab the components there. And over this side, we can just quickly drop it in. This nuclear pasta has been taking forever to do, but I will get that one done. Then I still have to do the biochemical sculptor, expansion server, and warp drive as well. There's just so many things to do. So this is going to be our first steel production that we did. Over here we got steel beam, steel pipe, as well as our encased industrial beams, which seems to be running out a bit. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at this though. This container is definitely not supposed to be empty. Then over here towards the back we got our constructors doing their work and all of the foundries here at the back. Once again, still need to add a bunch of lights into everything to make it look a lot better. And then over this side we got our transportation network for the steel production that we got going. It's one tractor going to go and fetch us some coal, and then another one to go and find all of the iron ore. That is done over that side by the back somewhere. Got a little bit of quite a few things to go through here, so I'm just gonna take a random run around the buildings and just take a look at what we have. Inside here we got our AI. What is this? Supposed to be automated wiring, not AI. I don't know what I was thinking of. But over here at the back I did add lights around here, but it's not lighting up this section, so I still have to go ahead and get that one redone. We got cable production. I think it's a total of 18 machines in order to do all of the wire production that we need. No, it's going to be less than that. It's 16 machines over this side, and then we just got the smelters. Over here is a few containers, just randomly doing some of the adaptive control units. And as we're not really doing anything with that production, I just manually produce it as I need it. And if we head back up this side, we still got our stator and motor room, I think. Let's come and take a look here real quick. I did add some lights in here though. I still got so much to do. So over this side we got our stator production running from 4 assemblers, and then 2 assemblers doing all of the motor production that we need. This is only for personal use. We still have another factory that's doing motors in order to keep up with the production rates that we need. Then over this side we got our computer, circuit board, and high-speed connectors. It's going to be one manufacturer running all of the computers for doing our high-speed connectors, and as well as the circuit boards. For the high-speed connectors, yes, that's correct. So all of those circuit boards are for personal use as well as the next production in the list. And then just on the outside we're doing our AI limiters by 2 assemblers, and that's it. I think that's all of the production at the hub that I'm doing, except for my particle accelerator just plopped down there. I just really hope it's going to get daytime soon again as well. But if we take a look here, it's just on the other side of the hub here. It's going to be our dark matter production that we started in the previous couple of episodes. It's going to be our dark matter from 2 machines over here using up our SAM ore. I do want to get another pipeline down in order to use the additional dark matter that we're producing over that side and just feed it back, so that I can try and save up a bit on the reanimated SAM over there. We can finally do the other hub unlock as well. Good. Okay, so we got 2 particle accelerators over here. The one is doing our diamonds, the one at the back, and then it's changing those diamonds with dark matter residue into dark matter crystals. We are definitely doing good on that. Just over 5,000 already stored up. Now these containers haven't been filling up yet, just because of running the dimensional storage full first. At the back we got our excited photonic matter being fed into 3 of these quantum encoders. One is doing superposition oscillator, the other one neural quantum processor, and then we're producing some power shards for myself to use, as I've been using them quite a bit. And if we take a look here, I'm already up to almost 400, which is absolutely freaking phenomenal. I just come around and empty out the fluid buffers as I need to in order to keep the production up and running. But I haven't really run into any issues over there. Then just off towards the side here, we got our aluminum production, still the only one that we're running in the world. Then let's come and grab a quick look. Just start here from the one side. I still have to come and figure out how I want to redo that little section. Not that I'm really supposed to be running around on the inside. So we got our sulfur production at the back. Container is still full. So we're not really using up that much sulfur. We're still just running from one mine. We got batteries being produced here at 200 per minute. Container is also looking good. So absolutely no issues with the production over this side. Just get over here. This is a completely random one that I absolutely forgot to break down. Nonetheless, we got... it's only 2 constructors. This is our entire aluminum casting production. 1 Somers loop in each of them with 3 power shards, giving us a total of 300 per minute. So just those 2 are a total of 600, which is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Down here at the back, let's see if we can just squeeze in here. Oh boy, this is going to be a bit difficult. Maybe it should help if I slow down, right? Right, so we got all of our refineries using up the bauxite. I think it's 4 of them doing... no, it's 5 of them doing alumina solution, producing our silica and alumina solution that we might need. Changing it over to 720 aluminum scrap a minute. I haven't touched these production rates at all. Then we got our foundries over this side, taking up some of the aluminum scrap and silica to give us aluminum ingots, and then it gets sent over this side to do our aluminum alclad sheets, which I think is also quite good. Yeah, the container is already filled up, and I used up quite a bit in order to do the hub unlock. So that is really good to know. Let's head out towards the next buildings. I think it's going to be our plastic production as well as crystal oscillators. It's just around the back. Boy, I completely missed that power line. Now I'm gonna have to wait for my fuel. Now then, being over here by the oil production, I see there's a little bugger that wants to play, and I definitely don't want to be messing with him. Not for the moment. So over the side, let's come and take a quick look here. We got our plastic production. From what I remember, it's going to be a total of 6 refineries doing our rubber. And then we got another 10, I think, over this side to do. Yeah, I think it's going to be 10 in order to do all of the plastic. But the thing is, 4 of them is slightly overclocked in order to give us a little bit more plastic, because this is still just the only building that I'm using in order to do all of my plastic production. Boy, I'm flying like an idiot today. But most of the access is all being sent into an awesome sink over this side, as well as over here for the extra plastic that we're using. Then if we go towards the side, there's definitely no lights in this building, but we got all of these refineries only focusing on fuel. In order to run all of these generators, I don't remember exactly how many generators I have in here. It's unfortunately been such a while since I've been around in all of the buildings. Just haven't gotten around to doing things. It's been extremely busy this last while. And then just over the side here, I think we got our fuel production that we did for the jetpack in order not to have to go and get some biofuel made. I definitely don't have factories for everything. But nonetheless, let's come and take a quick look here. This is packaged fuel production. A lot of these buildings look a bit better than the others. just because of they're a lot smaller, so they were a bit quicker to do. We got all of our plastic being produced over this side to create our empty canisters and then send it into packaged fuel. Now the moment that I empty out this container, the entire production will just start on up. I don't know why the awesome sink that I added in here isn't working. Okay, now I can see why. I don't have a belt going over from this side to send the overflow to the back, but that doesn't really matter. This production is only for personal use. I'm not using it for fuel for any vehicles, neither is it being used up for myself. So that was the plastic production we got over there. Let's head over to our crystal oscillators. It's going to be right there at the back on top of that other mountain. So then, while most of these buildings are not actually made to be run around in, we're still just gonna go and take a quick look inside. Just take a look at all of the machines we got going. So crystal oscillators is being produced by 4 manufacturers. Over this side we got a couple of assemblers doing all of our reinforced iron plates. I might actually play around a bit with the power shards to try and get some of these Sommers loops back, because I really need them for the later tier production. And I can also get the space elevator filled up a lot quicker. So then over here at the back we got our wire production being turned into cable, and then being sent over this side we got our screws as well as iron plate for our reinforced iron plate production in the previous room. And the access of all of this is definitely being sent into an awesome sink there, which is actually quite good for this side. We just have our little miner in here, the only one running this entire production. And we still got another iron mine here at the back side somewhere, which is also something that I might take a look at getting done. What the heck is going on with the sun? It just looks so weird. Right, let's head up here. We got another part of the building. And then this one is doing our supercomputers. Like I said, it's not a place to be running around in, so it's very compact here. But we do have our supercomputers being produced at 6 per minute. I've taken up quite a bit, so don't mind that. It will get filled up real soon. Same thing with the radio control units. And then also over this side, this is where the radio control units are being produced by itself. And then I'm just doing one assembler over here doing our pressure conversion cubes at 2.5 a minute. That's why it's been taking up so long in order to do the space elevator production for the nuclear pasta, because that all depends on getting some of those pressure conversion cubes made. And then finally back at the hub, let's quickly do this very last unlock that we will need, and then we can go. Just take a look at the other buildings. I just quickly want to pop in here and do this unlock. Then I know the hub has been fully completed. We still have to take a look at the MAM. I absolutely forgot about that hard drive that I scanned in the previous episode. So there we go. Blueprints Mark IV. That is going to be the very last time that I see this little ship taking off to take our stuff out here. Oh, it's been interesting. We've done a lot of production still. I don't even think I might have enough time to go over everything in one episode. We might do a little bit more in the next one and then go and take a look at ending off with some more production. I definitely want to take a look at that Visconian fuel. And then speaking of, I just want to take a look here. I still have to come and do sulfur, and I've also got some alien technology left to do. Yeah, that's interesting. But over this side we got, I did get a bad recipe, so I did do the rescan. And I got steel frame, which is something I'm not going to be using. But then we got petroleum diamonds. This is a lot easier than doing normal coal. And the thing is, this can be produced at 30 per minute. The other one is also at 30 per minute. But it's using up a little bit more coal. Let's just get this one unlocked here. So we got coal at 600 per minute, where our petroleum coke is going to be at 720. But it's a lot easier to do more petroleum coke than trying to find a couple of different coal mines in order to do everything. So nonetheless, I'll definitely take a look at that as well for the next couple of episodes. But I think this is getting near the end now. So then I think I'm not going to have enough time in order to do all of the buildings. We got a little truck stop over the side. It's taking away all of the coal that we need via a drone, as well as with the vehicles, in order to keep our coal power plant running, the very first one that we saw there in the beginning. And then over this side we got 2 trucks over this side down below, coming and dropping off all of the ingots that we're smelting at another building. Unfortunately, I think that one we're only going to be taking a look at in the next episode. So one is dropping off ore for production over here at the back. Do I have a door somewhere? Let me just take a quick look. Oh, we got a door over the side. Good. Now then, let me just get my hover pack back here. This is only going to be steel production in order to do screws, iron plates, as well as rods for our... I think it's the heavy modular frames we're making over this side. We'll take a look on top now. Let me just get back out here again. Yeah, definitely on this building there's also a lot of sections that you can't access, like over here. At the back we're doing our steel production. So this is running steel beams and then steel pipes. On the inside over here we got our encased industrial beams running in there. And then just over the side here we got quite a bit more production doing our iron rods as well. There's iron rods over there. No, that's supposed to be something else. What's being produced here? Modular frames. Don't know how I absolutely missed that. But nonetheless, that's giving us 6 heavy modular frames that's being sent over to our nice and wonderful nuclear power plant. That building over there is the one I absolutely enjoy seeing the most. That took quite a bit of work. It is also the largest building, and then also I think the most complete building. It only runs into a slight issue with not having a drone over here. I don't know what happened to the drone, because the one flying over that side is running absolutely perfect with no issue. There's something I need. It's going to be my filters. Let me just grab it. And then I just quickly want to fix this up, because for the moment I'm not getting something really important. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. I just want to add a drone over here and just make sure that everything is set up properly. Yes, it is, but it's not getting enough fuel. So I'm not going to make a plan in order to get a full transportation of the batteries from somewhere over that side. I'm just going to connect up a random little container over here. Just try and do it a little bit neat as well. And then just make sure that I can get my fuel loaded in there. I should have left the lift. Well, nonetheless, I'm just going to place it like that. I do apologize for that though. But this is something I just want to get a temporary setup running here. Okay, thank goodness. So that should allow my castings to get back here again. Let me just leave on the hover pack here. Should be much better. So on one side we got our nitrogen production, as well as our first couple of nuclear power generators. Can just take a quick little run in here. So this first little section, we got 2 machines doing our fused modular frames. This is the one I'm running out on. And then we got our cooling system. That is still running absolutely perfect. The only issue is going to be for the fused modular frames. Then just slightly around the back here, we got our blenders running our encased uranium cells, getting turned into our uranium fuel rods and then being sent over this side. Interesting. This container is not supposed to backlog. That is interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at that though. Power is running stable. I think the issue might be within this next little room. It's going to be the first particle accelerator that I did, and this is supposed to make plutonium pellets that's being sent over this side. Why is my concrete running out? This is something I'm definitely gonna have to take a look at. Why is my concrete having an issue? Because we are producing enough there by the hub. I did go around and check everything before I decided to leave that. I might actually do a little concrete production somewhere here. Oh bugger. That is something very interesting. Let's see if there's any limestone around this side anyway. Yeah, we definitely still have some limestone. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little concrete production over this side somewhere, and then just have a little tractor bringing in the extra concrete, because that production should definitely never stop. That will be a major issue if my nuclear power stops running. So there's something else that I need to do in next episode. I think I'll leave it and do it there, just before we do the last bit of building exploration. Come and do all of the other little fixes that we need to do. I just want to go back and just take a look at this. This has been a massive building. Oh, it looks so absolutely phenomenal. I really do like this building the most of all of them. So then let's just go and take a quick exploration inside there and then end it off. So if we come and take a look here, we got our first room. This is going to be for our sulfuric production. Let me just get my camera correct. So this is going to be sulfuric production. I don't think the containers really run into an issue, but I still nonetheless come and empty out the containers whenever I am at the site. Then we got our second room also with a couple of blenders, but this one is focusing on the encased uranium cells. That container is also basically all the way full, and then the rest just gets used up, but it's not causing the entire system to backlog at all. So over this side, I don't know why the one container stays empty and this one starts picking up with the fuel rods that we're producing. I think it has to do with the split that I've got going over there. I don't know why it's an issue. It's supposed to be split up evenly, so nonetheless one container should not be filling up more than the other one. And then that is running into 5 nuclear power plants that's over this side, giving us our total of almost 50,000, just 100 megawatts short. It is unfortunate, but it is the way it is. I'll also have to manually come and load in some of the pressure conversion cubes over here as well, just to ensure that the particle accelerator over here doing encased plutonium cells can keep running, and then send everything over here and also use up our non-fissile uranium, because if this production stops, it's definitely going to cause an issue. We got another total of 5 nuclear power plants over this side as well. And then I have noticed that this container is also starting to fill up a bit. So I'm really gonna have to make a plan with all of this nuclear waste in order to get rid of it. And the last part of this building, one without lights, is doing our non-fissile uranium, with 2 blenders producing 200 each. Or 200 in total on this side, and we got, I think it's almost another 200 there at the first nuclear power plant. So yeah, it's been interesting. I still got so much work to do in order to just clean up the buildings as well as add some lights. But we'll go over the rest of the production in the next episode, and then also get to doing something new. I think we'll take a look at getting that visconium fuel rods made, and hopefully increase our power one last time. I do hope you enjoyed, and that I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Alpha Blazed Gamer out.